Hi and welcome back to Mrs. Riley's Maths videos. What I'm doing here is working through a series of exam questions from Educate exam papers for junior cert higher level coordinate geometry of the line questions, and hopefully these will be of use to you. So here I'm working through a sample question from their sample 2 paper 2 question 6, and this is quite a common type of question, so this is a good one to get your head around. Match the equations labelled A, B, C and D with the graphs labelled 1, 2, 3 and 4. And here's the equations and here are the graphs. So what we have to do is work out which of these equations refers to each of these graphs. The easiest way, well, there's a couple of different ways. I'm going to approach it one way first of all. If you notice here, every x value will be every y value. So I'm looking for a line where if x is 1, y is 1, if x is 3, y is 3, if x is minus 2, y is minus 2, and so on. This one here has a slope of 2, because remember y equals mx plus c. M is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So this line here cuts the y-axis at 3. So that's going to be 0, 3. This one I'd have to rearrange. Y is equal to minus x plus 2. So this has a slope of minus 1 and will cut the y-axis at 0, 2. And this one here is a bit more complicated, but I could rearrange it to say 2y is equal to minus 4x plus 1. So y is equal to minus 4 over 2x plus 1 over 2. So in that case, the slope is minus 4 over 2, which is minus 2. And it cuts the y-axis at 0, a half. Now, so this one's got a negative slope, this has got a negative slope, this has got a positive slope, and this, well, this is really the same as line y equals x, so this has got a slope of 1, so it's positive. So 2 positive slopes and 2 negative slopes, which makes sense because there's 2 negative slopes and there's 2 positive slopes. So hopefully you can see that this line here catches the eye because it contains the origin 0, 0. So this line 0 is the x value and 0 is the y value. That's a point on it. So 0, 0. Let's look and see. Here we've also got the point 1, 1. We've also got the point minus 2, minus 2. So I hope already you're seeing, well, that must be line, equation A must be line 4 because y equals x. Y equals x all the way along this, the x value and the y value. So equation A matches with graph 4. So that must mean the other positive one, which is this one, which is B, must match with line 1. Let's just check and see. Yes, it cuts the y-axis at 3. The y-intercept is 0, 3. So that's really good news. So B and 1 go together. Let's just fill that in down here. So that's our 2 positives taken care of. Now our negatives. This has a slope of minus 1 and this has a slope of minus 2. So this is going to be a less steep line and this is going to be a steeper line. Here's my 2 negatives. Now the slopes actually look similar. So this one looks slightly steeper, but we just might want to double check. What else do we know? We know that this line, x plus y equals 2, cuts the y-axis at 2. Now that doesn't cut the y-axis at 2. This one cuts the y-axis at 2. So we can say that C has a slope of minus 1. That looks reasonable. Rise over 1, so down 2 along 2. That makes sense. That's a slope of negative 1 and cuts the y-axis at 2. So I'm going to say that C is graph 3. So D must be graph 2. And let's just double check that. It cuts the y-axis at a half, yes, and has a slope of minus 2 down to, well, down, where are we going? Down a lot, down 6 and along 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 over 4, that doesn't make sense. Down 1, 2, down 4 and along 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, that's fine. It has a slope of minus 2. So those are our answers. Okay, 4, 1, 3 and 2 match with A, B, C and D.